Bangladesh's journey from devastation in 1971 to a model for development is remarkable. The war for liberation left the country in ruins. Roads, bridges, and factories destroyed, millions displaced. The economy was shattered, famine struck in 1974, and over 80% of the population lived in poverty. International observers doubted our survival, calling us a basket case. Political instability and a lack of resources made rebuilding seem impossible. Yet, even in those darkest days, the spirit of the Bangladeshi people endured. There was a collective will to build a better future for the next generation. We realized we couldn't rely on others. We had to find our own solutions. This resilience and determination became the foundation for our nation's future. The journey from despair to hope began with small, determined steps. Bangladesh's story is proof that even the most difficult beginnings can lead to extraordinary progress.
Building a strong nation required bold economic reforms. In the 1980s and 90s, Bangladesh Bank tightened monetary policy to control inflation and stabilize the economy. We shifted to a flexible exchange rate, allowing the currency to adjust gradually while maintaining stability for exporters, helping our exporters compete globally. The banking sector was overhauled, banking standards were aligned with international norms, and asset quality reviews improved the health of financial institutions. New regulations made banks safer and more transparent, improved tax collection and reduced corruption, gave the government resources to invest in schools, hospitals, and infrastructure. These reforms weren't easy, but they created a stable environment for growth and for new businesses to flourish. By strengthening our financial system, we unlocked opportunities for millions. Macro-financial reforms turned uncertainty into stability. This was the platform for Bangladesh's economic transformation.
While macro reforms set the stage, a grassroots revolution was brewing: microfinance. Traditional banks ignored the poor, especially women who lacked collateral. Grameen Bank changed everything by offering small loans without collateral, trusting the poorest to repay. Borrowers, mostly women, formed groups for support and accountability. Microfinance empowered women to become entrepreneurs, lifting families out of poverty. With a small loan, a woman could start a business, gain respect, and improve her children's lives. The impact was profound: better nutrition, education, and decision-making power for women. Microfinance proved the poor were not the problem, they were the solution. Small businesses flourished in villages, and the model spread worldwide. Millions have escaped poverty thanks to this simple idea. Microfinance showed that trust and opportunity can transform lives. It became a cornerstone of Bangladesh's fight against poverty.
Bangladesh's growth accelerated with new engines, garments, remittances, and technology. The ready-made garment industry created millions of jobs, especially for women, and became our top export earner. Remittances from Bangladeshis working abroad brought billions home, improving lives in villages and fueling local businesses. Mobile financial services like bKash revolutionized access to banking, especially in rural areas. Now anyone with a phone could send money, pay bills, and join the formal economy. These engines worked together. Garments drove exports, remittances brought stability, and fintech empowered millions. Strategic government investment in infrastructure, like the Padma Bridge, amplified this progress. The synergy of private enterprise, hard work, and smart policy fueled our rapid development. Bangladesh became a global example of inclusive growth. Steady GDP growth and significant poverty reduction marked Bangladesh's transformation into a rising economy.
Today, Bangladesh faces new challenges. High inflation, currency depreciation has also become a concern, affecting imports and the cost of living, banking sector risks, and the need for economic diversification. Rising prices threaten the poorest, demanding careful policy to protect vulnerable families. Some banks struggle with bad loans, so stronger regulation and governance are essential. Relying too much on garments is risky. We must invest in new industries like IT, pharmaceuticals, and high-value agriculture. Innovation and education will prepare our youth for the global economy. Good governance and fighting corruption remain crucial for shared prosperity. The journey isn't over. but our resilience and creativity give us hope. Bangladesh's story proves that transformation is possible even against the odds. By embracing reform and unity, we can build a future of sustainable, inclusive growth. The next chapter is ours to write together.